Climate change is increasing the intensity and frequency of severe drought and is raising the risk of extreme precipitation, flash flooding, and water shortages in southern Africa. Investments in water efficiency, sanitation, and water reuse are urgently needed, but the public sector is limited in its ability to fund projects due to severely constrained government budgets. The COVID-19 crisis makes this situation even worse. There is an abundance of private capital available in local debt capital markets, but these funds are not typically invested in infrastructure-related adaptation projects. At least, not yet. Climate adaptation notes from GFA Climate and Infrastructure and Renewable by Nature is an innovative blended funding approach to support the rollout of water and wastewater infrastructure projects in southern Africa. Climate adaptation notes works through a three-stage process implemented through an independently managed and regulated debt capital markets platform. In Stage 1, the manager of the platform works predominantly with local commercial banks to identify suitable projects. Once selected, the platform manager markets these projects to pre-identified long-term investors and DFIs. No funding takes place at this point. Instead, the notes represent a commitment to refinance the commercial bank construction loans after the project's commercial operation date. In Stage 2, commercial banks provide short-term construction loans to the pre-approved projects. The commitment of the notes allows the banks to provide more competitive loan pricing, as they have a promise of refinancing and are therefore not subject to the long-term capital restrictions imposed on commercial banks under Basel III. In Stage 3, after projects reach commercial operation, the notes are funded. The proceeds are used to repay the short-term loans and refinance the projects. The long-term investors assume the credit risk, and the projects now benefit from the more favorable terms of the notes. This new approach enables climate adaptation projects to tap into the nearly $550 billion domestic institutional savings pool in the region. Climate Adaptation Notes Phase 1 goal is to raise $125 million to fund climate adaptation projects in Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Namibia, and South Africa. Phase 1 funding could generate tens of millions of additional cubic meters of wastewater treated safely and could benefit hundreds of thousands of households facing water shortages and sanitation challenges in the region. The rollout of climate adaptation notes across the Southern Africa region and beyond will mobilize previously untapped capital to increase water security.